Hey there, welcome to another random room. Um, and as you can probably guess, today we're in the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this is the ugly room that we're dealing with. The forced level, the entrance. Um, yeah. If you've played through all this hold, you'll know that once you beat all the rooms, you get to play cleaned up versions of the rooms. And as this is, I think, one of the most. I think this might be the ugliest room that there is. Like, there's just so much visual noise in this. It is hard to pass anything. You can disable the alpha blending to turn the lights off, which is how I normally play. But even, I mean, actually, that does improve it a fair bit. But it's still hard to see where things are. So instead of doing this, we're actually going to look at the nice version of the room because the solutions are the same. And we can just sort of concentrate on what actually matters. We'll have a quick look at the scores for this. Now this is another whole room that I played on my own, and now I'm just doing a summary of sort of what I've done. So for the ugly version, we can see that there's the high score is currently 358, which was set in 2015. You can see one improvement at the end, which I always like to see. If you're gonna get a good score, you want to sort of remove any obvious errors. But if we look at the good version, not the good version, but the pretty version of the room, you can see I have spent quite a bit of time on it, or at least quite a bit of rooms on it. And so I've got it down to 321. So let's have a look at what the room is about. And let's not look at this room. We're going to restore to the nice version. And we'd like to go to the room start. There we go. Much nicer. And so you can see that, sort of all the non-relevant floor has been replaced by walls. Well, there was much of pits and things, but the only pits that we have are ones where there's platforms, so it makes a difference. All the like the uncuttable tar and mud has been removed, and so basically we've only got the bits that we need to watch out for. And so that basically means that the solutions are going to be the same. So the way this room works is, you have to. So basically, you just go around, you kill the queens. The snakes will generally die by themselves because roaches will get into their chambers. There is a bit of sort of backtracking. Not backtracking. A bit of places where you can only pass through once. So like over here, there's trapdoors. There's some arrows. There's an arrow rotator, which we will have to use. There's some things like this. There's a northeast arrow under here. So currently this is traversable west to east, but not east to west. But the rotator will reverse that, which is kind of interesting. I've probably seen that before, but it's nice that happens. Anyway, all right, let's go through the solution that is fast. So first things first, I actually leave this queen because what I'm going to do is go and get this queen and the arrow rotator first. You'll notice that we need, if we want to come back through here, we need to clear this section of tar. So that's actually what we need to do. The way it's going to work is we're basically going to sort of loop around twice. Basically because of these arrows here, we'll get roaches in this area that we need to pass through this way to collect. So let's go. The other thing I do is clear this tar out. I was getting into issues where if I didn't clear that out, when I come through, my sword's to the southwest or west, and it kept hitting this, and I didn't want to do that. And this seemed to work, and it also lets us get to here with a diagonal step. Nice. So I've cleared that tar. I'm going to clear this queen while I'm here. If you leave it, it basically spawns enough roaches to sort of fill up this entire section as you're going around the outside, and it ends up being a little bit slower than just taking the time to kill it now. Without this queen, the roaches from here will spawn down, but there'll be fewer. You get an extra 6 plus the queen if it's still alive. I am going to leave this tar baby though, because I want to rush down to here, and I'm going to clear away this part of this row of the tar, just so this roach can get out. Otherwise, it's awkward to get behind it. And you can see they all sort of line up nicely doing that. It also saves a turn on the loop back, as you can take this diagonal step here, whereas if that tar's still there, you have to come over here, and then there's not the diagonal option. We are going to actually come back through here and clear the tar this way, as it saves some time later on, but we're going to go through the mud to the bottom, and we're going to clear this queen away, because I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up here and then clear out these queens. I've rotated the arrow so I can get in through this way, and you have an option of coming down. You come down this way, or you can come down this way. Either way, you sort of end up with a bunch of, if this queen's alive, you get a bunch of roaches up here, and it takes too long to clear them out because you're clearing them one every 2 turns. The other tricky bit I'm going to do over here is I'm going to so I want my sword to be, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I want my sword to be northeast, facing this way. So the quickest way to do that is to do this. Yeah, basically, it's to use the aura mites. It'd be 4 turns to turn around. I could do it this way, but I like doing it. Yeah, and I also want to end up on the platform, so there's a step in 4 turns, or I can step 1, 2, or this is equivalent. So 84, and then we come through here. We could go through this way now, but it doesn't end up being worth it. Actually, I was looking at going through this way before. It ends up being quicker to hit the bottom first, and then come through like that. There's a question of when it's, if you're going this way, there's a question of whether it's faster to clear this tar stuff, because you're going to come through this arrow here and up. I forget what I found out, because eventually I just decided to go through this way, as I'm going to use the platform after killing this northwest section. So you see the snakes have died. There is a hot tile down here, which is nice. Alright, so we're clearing out the tar to let us through here. You have to be careful not to make babies behind walls. Alright, now... Oh, hang on. I forgot to say the thing I was doing before. yeah, so what did I do? I did this. So basically, I'm turning my sword while I'm over here, and so it just is timed exactly right that the queens end up in these two spaces, which makes it slightly easier to get into this section. If they're all the way over here, you've got too much space, too many spaces for the roaches to sort of get in your way, and it takes longer to get in because there's a north arrow here. You can't step to the southwest, which would be nice. Actually, see, now just playing this, I'm thinking, what if I wait one extra turn or two extra turns and come in this way? Because that might be nice too. All right, we're going. Okay, the problem with this is that there's a roach here now. That's probably fine. I'll see where I end up. I do remember. Ooh, that's okay. That's not too good. I could do that. I think I'm losing more time than it's worth, though. And I'm gonna get. I'm gonna escape just in time. This is slower though. In the real we'll see that I get to kill this queen before she spawns again. Okay, rewind. So we're going to. Okay, so now you can see, I'm going to get in here, not now, but now. So we should also be watching, the other thing that I'm watching is this queen. This queen's kind of a pain. It can be a pain, as it's free to sort of wander about. And it does spawn a lot of, well, it spawns a few roaches, not that many. Most of my attempts were sort of working out how to get this queen into better spots. So it's going to go up now. It's going to spawn one roach per turn there, which is fine. My sword is south, which is good, so I can get through between these two tar stuff masses without hitting them. Now, where's the queen going? It's going down to there, which is okay. We need to get into here. Now, we need to clear this tar stuff. This tar to get to the exit eventually. It's actually quicker to do it now. I think it's quicker to do it now. Just have to do it in the right way. I want to do this. Yeah, doing it that way, I end up with the diagonal sword, southeast sword, so I can end up here, which is kind of nice. Clear away that roach, which otherwise would get me as I come in through here. And I arrive just in time to not get stuck on the Oromites here. If you're too slow, then you have to sort of wait over here to get the roaches. Now, also, the fact that it's just spawned means I don't need to kill it now because I'm going to kill it on the way out. And what we're going to do, so there's two ways of doing this. I'll just demonstrate. Actually, let me just. The way that I had it set up there was there's only sort of one way to do it fast, but the other thing I noticed was, so for 228 here. You can go down and kill that roach and then go out again, which gives a 238 back to the checkpoint. The other way, which is faster, is to actually, no. Okay, the other way is to go up here and let the queen go onto the fire trap, which ends up being one move faster. So, yeah, but if everything's here like this, then obviously you can't go down there easily. So, just go up, go diagonal, and there's an Oromite here, so our sword position coming out of here doesn't matter. And this is all fine. Yeah, so you can see there's only, I mean, this part is a bit annoying, but there's sort of nothing to do about it. Or nothing to make it faster, really. Now let's see if I've got everything right. So here's this diagonal move that we save by clearing the tar. We face west, which lets us not break the tar or the mud. The top to here, we can get through, and there is a 321. So yeah, yeah. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Although yeah, there is a lot of different options of doing things and waiting. We can have a look at how other people have done it, and how I've done it a bunch of different ways. So the first person through, I mean, we're looking at the easy version, like the nice looking version of the room. So I think the first score is going to be better because they would have already played the room before. I haven't actually looked at the scores in the bad one, although. Oh no. Yeah, 438. The first score in the Marta's score in the ugly version was 472 originally. So yeah, playing a room again and playing it in a room where you can see what's happening is gonna make it nicer. But I think the main difference here is just that. So yeah, pause. Yeah, so you can see went up through this way, and the arrow wasn't up. Hit the wrong button. I'm not hitting the arrow yet, which let's go around this way. The trouble with doing it this is that I think we have to make an extra loop. Yeah, because the arrow hasn't been set, you can't get into this section straight away, which also means that roaches are going to get back down into here. I'm just thinking, yeah, coming around here is going to be more than 30 turns. Even if we were... you'd have to get these, and then it's around, yeah. I mean, it's okay to do, yeah, you can do it in 3 turns because there are 3 ways through the loop. 1, 2. Oh, I guess, yeah, you got to go up here while the arrow's not set. Yeah. It's clearing out there. Yeah, and then you have to do the other loop to, yeah, clear these roaches. Okay, so that's 438. Let's have a look at 434. So it's just going to be another minor improvement. Also with the 3 loops. did. No, that was only 2 loops. That was only 2 loops. But so they came around this way, which is what I did. Came to this side, and then the last one out there. Yep. So PMIT, Amelia. Let's take a look. So 358. So I think she was doing some optimizing. As you can see, she had in the history of the other room, she did the 1-turn improvement, and this room is the same score as the ugly version. So yeah, clearly doing the same thing, same solution. I mean, I assume it's what I would do. Although I haven't actually done the ugly version. If anyone wants to do that, they can. So look at my scores. Alright, so I did get a 354. So the first way I did it was similar to, I think, Roma. Just a little bit more efficient. Okay, and then I got it down to 348. Yeah, I'm leaving this over here, which is not good. Okay, 345. Oh wait, 348 to 345. Yeah, then there's a bunch of minor improvements. Yeah, actually no, this is a different route. So now I'm going up to this side. I killed the queen first. Let's zip back a bit. So okay, yeah. So this route through the room, I went up this way first, which isn't too bad. So you can see with the queens over here, it's just harder to get in. I mean, I don't have to wait for the spawn, but because of the roach's vertical preference, it's hard to get a situation when you can step into the room, especially when you can't step diagonally down. And because I didn't kill this queen first, we've got all these roaches up here, which kind of get in the way. Got to do this, do all that. There's one's up here, one down here. Do come in this way and pull them out. Yeah, I was trying just clearing the first row under with the idea that it was faster, but I think it doesn't turn out to be faster than leaving the whole thing to the end. And if it's not faster, then you should leave it to the end, because it's generally going to be more important to it's not end up what's happening, but normally you'd want to clear the queens out to stop them spawning more roaches. Then, yeah, clearing this out first and more roaches spawn. In the end, it didn't matter because I ended up being able to face, like they spawned at the right time that I could just walk through, like stepping and killing. And we got to kill this last one. And then we kill it. So 345, 343. This one I did slightly differently. I cleared this queen first. This was a bit awkward, I think. Actually, that maneuver I don't think is good. Going to, like, coming back from here, clearing a bit of the tar and then coming back. You do clear... I think you clear one roach here, and you clear one roach walking over to here, which means that the sort of one roach every 2 turns part of here is slightly less, but you're spending 3 or 4 turns doing that. So, the other thing is you're stepping on the Oromite, so you're facing the right way, and then you're saving money on turning your sword, but it's saving turns on turning your sword, but it doesn't really work out. So 331, I think I probably solved some of those problems. So, and then I think all the rest of the savings are dealing with this queen and where she ends up. From 330 down to what I end up with, 321, 324. So 326. I'm doing the start the same. Yeah, I could do it from this way, but then when I come back through here, I've got to go around, and I think that's further. So any saving on clearing the tar didn't matter. Well, I'm also slower getting to that queen. Oh, that's because these queens are in the corner. I hadn't worked out doing that more efficiently, so it's taking me longer to get into this bit, which is why the queen has time to spawn. Okay, 24. And now I've got the queens there. See where this queen ends up. Okay, yeah, and I only did the top part of that, and I left the bottom. Yeah, so what I eventually found out was that if we clear some of this away, it basically gives the queen time to spawn. So that when I'm coming through, I've got time to sort of kill those roaches and then I can kill her on the way out. As opposed to, if I was in here earlier, the queens would spawn behind me as I'm up here. And that's no good because then I have to turn my sword around to deal with them, or I have to kill the queen first, which was a couple of turns. Yeah, so that's that room. I'm probably not going to do the ugly version. If you want to do the ugly version, you can. That's how you do it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.